Hello and welcome everybody to World of Tanks with M for Real. And I have to confess, it's true. It is true. I turned 30 in January and now I am old. I am officially old, people. And I'm so old that I can't even play for myself, so I have to let someone else play for me. And this time we are witnessing Galaxy Tanker playing the Centurion 1, the tier 8 British medium tank, which is kind of necessary to play, well, you can call it the mother-in-law if you want, because it's not really good, it's not really bad. Okay, that was a nice bounce. And, but you need it in order to get to the good tanks, to the Centurion 7-1 and to the Centurion Action 10. Speaking of the Action 10, I actually had a staged race with Galaxy Tanker in order to see who could get the Action 10 first. And I'm proud to say I lost. Badly. All of this about this race and more is about to come in the future with one or maybe two videos about gameplay which I have from the Centurion 7-1, which is a much better tank than the Centurion 1. I actually cheated out of this one a bit, and yeah, I spent a lot of free experience to skip this tank entirely. Galaxy Tanker, on the other hand, was a bit cheap, or some say reasonable, and decided to play through the tier 8 British medium tank. And as it turned out, this tank doesn't seem to be too bad at all. I thought it would be very bad, or at least that was my what I had remembered when I think about this tank. It turns out I only remembered about the alpha damage, which is the worst of any tier 8 medium tank in the game. It's 230, which is not really impressive considering you can meet Mouses and E100s, even now after the buff got them Jagd Tigers and whatever. 230 is nothing to brag about, but it gets compensated a bit because it's one of the rare occasions where a tank nearly has more penetration than alpha damage. The penetration of the top gun is, I think, 226 millimeters, which is this is tier 9 territory on a tier 8 tank. So usually you can shoot a tank, at least if it's lower tier, anywhere where you like, and it will go through, most likely, usually. You better aim for weak spots. Anyway, back to the game. We are on Lakeville, and we are witnessing Galaxy Tanker playing the Centurion 1. And it's an encounter match, and yeah, this was not the best idea, I have to say. Driving out in front of a SU-152, which might be reloaded, you don't know, you haven't heard him shoot, is well, it's borderline stupid, I have to say. But I'm delighted to say this will be the only stupid mistake Galaxy Tanker makes. But we can't change it, and now let's see if we can get the invested health somehow back. It was a nice shot into opposing Centurion 1, and the SU just reloaded and shot the IS, so we have shots on the SU-152 as well. And there's the best player, going away as tank. Okay, the IS-6 is got killed, and yeah, apparently not perfectly modeled, this tank. Let's wait until it gets made in HD, maybe that will fix this. So, no, don't drive out again, you see the SU is aiming. But this also means that the SU can't shoot the AT-15, which is chewing up the enemy IS-6, which was guarding the back of the SU-152. And now the AT-15 is bouncing off the back of the SU-152, and which was just reloaded and killed the Skoda. But now, yeah, Galaxy Tanker can come out and steal the kill. Meanwhile, the valley has been lost, but that's of not no big importance, because it's an encounter match. And those tanks back there, they're completely out of the game. And now they're chasing our artillery, which gives time. And there's the Centurion prototype. Centurion. T-54 Mod 1 or T-54 prototype. Oh, this was a nice pen. And yeah, let's just cap it out now. All of the remaining tanks are either on the middle road or in the valley. So, except for the artillery. So, this should be an easy win. Galaxy Tanker is indicating where the main threat is coming from. It's T-54 Mod 1. If he can get spots off on the tanks capping, then the artillery can shoot them. So, it's just play hide and seek, get a good cover from the Mod 1, and it should be GG. But Bird the Avenger decided that it's time to rescue the game. But if you want to see good Bird the Avenger games, I do not recommend watching this channel, but I recommend watching Jingle's channel instead. But Bird's heroic sacrifice gave enough distraction for the enemy M12 to come around and brutally shut down our Tiger P with a 1100 damage shell to the back. Yeah, this was pretty painful. And now Galaxy is doing the exactly right thing. The M12 is reloading. He's going to pressure him. There it is. One more shot. The M12 might be reloaded now. Take care. Good shot. Got him indeed. And now it's a bit mopping up. There's a bit mopping up to do. We lost one of our tanks, but there's the IS-3. It's a very valuable tank. These are quite risky shots because of this Stalinium armor on the sides. Yeah. Okay. Take the gun out of the game, and now take this gun out of the game. But Stalin says no. And there's another artillery. They've all gone shotgun mode somehow. Yeah, there's the IS-3 gun. And the artillery is... Oh, there's a T-150. Nice bounce. The artillery rammed the AT-15. Apparently is reloading. And, no, kill the artillery, kill the pig. Before it can kill the AT-15. Good job. And now it's just, the T-150 and, Galaxy is doing the right thing, going around, getting the back of the T-150, who goes after the AT-15. This is aiming for the engine, hitting the back of the turret. Good job. And okay, low wall. And now GG. Very good game. Yeah, here are the post-game stats. As you can see, Galaxy Tanker got a plethora of medals, including one I've never seen. The Langlades medal for killing 4 enemy tanks that are capping, a Piscucci's medal for killing 3 enemy artillery, and of course a Top Gun and a high caliber. But the fun doesn't end here. I found my personal wall of youth, and now I can play again. I can play myself. So it's me in the E75. The Tier 9 German heavy tank on Ensk, which is a very good map for heavy tanks and a very bad map for artillery. Luckily there are 3 of them on each on the enemy team. Why do I like this tank? Well, it has a very reliable gun, although very bad DPM. Its reload time is about 13 seconds. And but the alpha is very good. It's 490, and contrary to the other Tier 9 heavy tank, which I really like, the WZ-11114, which has very bad frontal plate armor, lower frontal plate that is. The E75, when angled, is a bounce machine, really. In this tank, I did my heavy tank mission 15 quite by accident. I thought it was a bad game with 3,500 damage done, and I didn't even look how much I blocked. It turns out I blocked 4,000. And yeah, and now I'm facing off my tier 9 heavy German counterpart, the VK4552B. And he's doing it exactly right. He no angling, he's showing me his frontal armor, but his DPM is even worse than mine. And I snipe his cupola on this very close range, and yeah, on the cupola, his armor doesn't really mean anything. And because of his worse DPM, I can get into cover again before he can shoot me. Now I'm perfectly angled against him. He has no chance of panning. But he takes my tracks off, so I can't kill him because he finally realizes he's in a very bad situation here. And I go for the cupola again. He's moving out. I can't hit him. But now, side of the turret. GG. Yeah, or not GG. Well, this wasn't really fair, was it? I took 0 damage. And he lost all of it. Anyway. After taking out this tier 9 heavy tank, I go help my team in the middle. Hello, Indian Panzer. And, yeah, you saw on the right, there was an artillery. I didn't see when I was playing. Ouch. Yeah, but there's the other U-75 gun, and the shotgunning artillery is making us retreat. But yeah, well, heads off for him doing that. And now I realize I need to help my object, which I didn't successfully complete, but I counted the shots, and I now know that the T-54E1 is out of ammo. He has to reload for at least 20 seconds. So, a bit of face hugging, and he's gone as well. So, let's see if we can solve this stalemate here between those two Jagdtigers. Each of them is one shot, even for HE. And oh, this was a very big gun from the artillery. This is a very interesting gameplay of artillery. I sidescript the Jagdtiger, and he just gets the track in so that I track him. But now he has to turn around for our Jagdtiger, allowing me to get in and kill him. Now this dastardly shotgunning melee combat artillery. He's trying to hide to get the reload in. He did, and there's a nice little window, and he's gone. But actually, heads off to this artillery. There's the next one. What the hell? Let me finish on the American one here. Heads off to him. He saw that with all the city combat, I was actually raging when I missed that one. But back to the American artillery. Heads off to him. He realized that due to a lot of heavy tanks on both teams, all the action would go on in the city, near the buildings. So, with staying at the back, there's a pretty good chance he wouldn't have achieved anything at all. So, he, as we Germans say, he took his heart into his hands and, went for it. Anyway, he's dead now. And, hopefully I won't miss this one. No, there's the Crusader SP gone, and oh, there's the third one. And he's in the open. So, aiming. Good night, sweetheart. Football players would say this was a very clean hat-trick. Or 3 shots, 3 kills, 3 artillery dead. But now it's this Walker Bulldog. He's a very good player, and if he can play hide and seek with me, this can be very bad. Because all of our tanks are a bit low on health. And he's very fast, he can relocate. And that's why I didn't go there. I thought he would come around to get me from the back. So I decided to play mind games with him and drive into this direction. But it turns out he isn't here at all. And yeah, now what? Anyway, I must apologize. The following about 90 seconds is a little city tour of Ensk. But it's more about the tactic or reading the map. In this situation, if you were the Walker Bulldog, what would you do? You know, basically the game is lost because if I go into the cap circle, he needs a lot, 3 or 4 shots to kill me, and he's 1 shot from me. So and there are still other tanks there, so usually this is lost. But what would you do if there's an artillery in the game and you are a light tank? Yeah, you go for the artillery. And that's what this Walker Bulldog did. But our artillery saw this beforehand, because he's a good player. Shout out to you. And now the Walker Bulldog, I assume that he is driving back on the 9 line, over the open area back to the top right, where the GW Panther died. And because he assumes that our artillery relocated there. And that's why I'm driving there. And goddamn train tracks. And there he is. Hello, Mr. Walker Bulldog. Come out, it won't hurt. Okay, actually it will hurt. Yeah. Now he's unspotted again, so I'm unspotted as well. He thinks I'm going to the right of the building, so but I'm going on the left of the building. And there he is. He's trying to flank me, but I say no. GG. Anyway, this was an ace tanker, a Redley Walters, a Piscucci's, Top Gun, High Caliber, whatever. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. And M4 out. Bye bye. Oh yeah, I nearly forgot. GGW Panther messaged me after the game. I have nothing to say about this.